So we just got the Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 Season 1 roadmap, and it's looking pretty good. Like, there's a lot of stuff here, whether it actually be the Al Mazrah map for Warzone 2, whether it be DMZ, the guns, and things like that. But there is one crucial element that I'm not seeing that we were told was going to happen either in Season 1 or in the future, and I just wanted to talk about it. So one of the very best things about Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2019 was Gunfight mode. It's pretty much the only thing I ever played that entire year, and I actually really liked Modern Warfare as a game, but Gunfight was just such a fun, compelling game mode, and it was even fun in Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War, even though I didn't really love that game. At least it still had that element in there. Gunfight is just something really classic. I can't really describe it. It's just such a fun new way to play multiplayer. But we were told it was going to be coming to Modern Warfare 2, and they said it would most likely be coming in Season 1. Here we are in Season 1, and I am not seeing it anywhere, and that is extremely disappointing to me. Like, don't get me wrong, I actually really like Modern Warfare 2. I think it is a very fun game. It's one of my favorite Call of Duties so far in a very long time, because it has a really great selection of maps. The guns are great, the time to kill and all that stuff, it's all really great. But the thing is, Gunfight is just such a compelling element to the whole thing. So where is it? I don't really understand why it's not here. Like, okay, yeah, we got Shipment again, we got Shoot House again, that's cool and all, but why can't we just get the really good element of Gunfight? And not to mention, I wanted to make a whole video about this roadmap, but I think I'm just going to make it into this video because, a lot of people have already covered it, and my real thing with this here is that there's no gunfight, but we might as well talk about it. So, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2's roadmap for Season 1 shows that they're bringing back Shoot House, which looks just a little bit different, and then they also brought back Shipment, except it's kind of like Wet Work Shipment. It's set on a boat while the boat's in the middle of a storm, which is pretty cool. I really like the layout of it, but I'm sick of these maps, man. We get them in every Call of Duty. Why can't we get something new? And look, I'm not complaining about them bringing back Shipment in general because it's actually going to really help with the camo grind, which I think is necessary this year since it's kind of crazy. But this is what they put in their Season 1. These are the first 2 DLC maps that we're seeing. Like, I would really like to see something different, not just a copy and paste of Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2019. And not to mention, they haven't said a word about the museum map or any of the other maps that they had cut from the game. I mean, I'm honestly not complaining too much. Although Museum was a very gorgeous looking map, it was a really bad playthrough. But overall, as far as the maps go, I'm not really complaining that the maps are here because they are both good maps, especially Shipment. I'm just a little upset that this is the stale release we have for multiplayer. It would have been great to see something original because the maps that launched with this game are actually really strong. If they continue that momentum, I'd imagine them making some really cool maps. Like, I think the setting that they're going for so far with this Call of Duty game is creative areas, like similar to how Call of Duty Ghosts did their DLC. And quite frankly, if Modern Warfare 2 had a DLC season that was anything remotely close to Call of Duty Ghosts, this game is going to be like the perfect Call of Duty. But I'm just not seeing it right now with Shoot House and Shipment being the first maps they introduce in the seasons. Now, looking down below at multiplayer, we're also going to be getting Raid, we're getting a new co-op mission called High Ground, and a CDL Mosh Pit. Cool, I don't really give a shit about any of those. Then for the Battle Pass, it looks like we're going to be getting a pretty much entirely new Battle Pass system. I didn't look too deep into this, so I'm going to have to check this out later, and maybe I'll make a separate video on it when it comes out, but I guess that seems pretty cool. And then I do see we have a new operator in the form of Zeus. Looks okay, like nothing crazy, but I guess it's a start. And I'm seeing some new weapons. We have the BASP SMG. Kind of looks like somewhere between an MP5 and an M13. I don't know how I feel about this. It kind of looks like this may be an M13 variant based off of what we see down here, and that we are getting an M13B in the game. So I'm guessing the M13B and the BASP SMG are going to be like a tier of guns that you could customize and go through, but who knows? I mean, they look very similar, but you never know with this game. And then next, I see we are going to be getting a sniper, which is pretty interesting. We're going to be getting the Victus XMR sniper. Kind of looks like something we've seen out of like a lot of other Call of Duty games. I forget the exact gun I'm thinking this looks like, but it looks good. It's a good looking gun, I guess. And then down below, it looks like we're going to be getting the return of one of my all-time favorite guns, the Honey Badger. Although it looks a little bit different, but I really like that. Honestly, I really hope it's good because that was just a very fun gun to use in Call of Duty Ghosts. But we'll, time will tell. Looks like we're getting some new bundles as well. Don't really care about those. And then we're getting what I think to be is Santa Claus as an operator and Gaz. That's pretty cool. Gaz, I don't know what you call them. On top of that, we're getting some, I think these are soccer players or something like that. We're getting Messi, Paul Pogba, and Neymar Jr. I don't know. I heard something about them being soccer players. I could be dead wrong. I actually have no idea. But that's cool. I don't really care about that. And now I'm saving the best from this for last because we're getting all the drops of Warzone 2.0. And of all the things that I'm seeing here, they're bringing a Hummer EV into the game. That's pretty sick, I'm not gonna lie. But we're obviously going to be getting Al Mazrah, the map, the main Warzone map, and we're going to be getting DMZ. Now, I've heard there's DMZ gameplay out there. I'm probably going to make a separate video on it because I haven't seen it yet. I'm very excited to see what that's all about. But I'm excited to jump into both of these, the, Al Mazrah Warzone and then DMZ. That's going to be pretty cool. And it looks like we have a new gulag. Oh, but no gunfight. Weird. Like, to me, it's absolutely ridiculous. You're getting all these systems built up. You have a gulag, you have these new maps, but you don't have one of the most special things that made Modern Warfare 2019 the way it was in Gunfight. It just pisses me off. I really, really hope we get that. And if anyone from Infinity Ward is watching this, which I highly doubt, please bring back Gunfight. Why is no one talking about this? There's like no Call of Duty YouTubers talking about it. It's like as if they totally forgot that Gunfight existed. And aside from the Hummer EV, we have a heavy chopper coming in. That looks pretty cool. And now taking a look at the new gameplay features, there's only one that I really care about here, and that's that there's going to be a third-person playlist. I wanted this since Warzone initially came out. I actually wanted this since Blackout came out, and I remember, I think it was David Wanderhar or someone from Treyarch, when they were making Blackout, they were like, no, Call of Duty is a first-person game. We're never bringing third-person to Blackout, and like, I was really pissed about that, so I'm really glad that in Warzone 2, they're finally coming to their senses and adding third-person. Believe it or not, I play Call of Duty Mobile a lot, and I exclusively play in third-person, so I'm really excited to see how it's going to work in Modern Warfare 2's engine. And then a couple other things. You have interrogation. I don't know what that means. You have new buy stations. Cool, I guess. I figured they were going to be there. Proximity chat. Now, that's going to be fun. The only other game I've ever used proximity chat in was Rust, believe it or not, and I absolutely loved that game for a short period of time, but it purely sucked on Xbox. So I'm excited to see how that's going to work. I mean, I kind of am worried about it. If I'm playing solo, you're going to eventually notice that proximity chat kick in, and that's going to tell you an enemy's near, I would think, right? I don't know how it's going to work. I'm actually very excited to see it. I'm sure it's not going to be as easy as I think it is, but, we don't know. Now, the most peculiar thing that I'm seeing here is the circle collapse system. It looks different. I know they said something about this when they were announcing Warzone 2, but now that I'm looking at it, I'm really interested to see how it's going to play out. I don't think this is a bad thing, but I am a little skeptical going into this. I'm sure ultimately it'll still feel the same way that Warzone feels. It'll just be a slight bit different, but I know, I mean, we're gonna have to wait and see. I don't know. And lastly, here we have aquatic combat. Cool. Don't really care about that. Didn't care about that in any game that aquatic combat came out in. So yeah, that's the roadmap. Honestly, it is a pretty packed first season. I'm not complaining. They really did deliver on content, especially with Warzone 2, the Modern Warfare 2 multiplayer, and things like that, even though I really wish there were some more original maps. But the only thing here is, where the fuck is Gunfight? Honestly, if Gunfight does not come back at all for Modern Warfare 2, I'm rioting. I don't understand what they're doing if it's not in there. And if you agree, let me know in the comments. If you disagree, let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear what you have to say, but Gunfight just needs to be here. There's no excuse. So yeah, I think the next video I'm gonna do is a video talking about DMZ, because that mode does seem cool. I'm about to go check out the footage right when I get done editing this video. But yeah, I guess we're gonna have to wait and see. And until then, hit the subscribe button, like this video so we can share it with more people and all that stuff. And I'll see you for the next one. Peace out.